Today we're looking at applications for systems of equations. Basically, we're going to be looking at word problems and learning how to translate the word problems into equations and then solving the equations. Our first one here says the drama club is selling tickets to its play. The cost of an adult ticket is $4.50. The cost of a student ticket is $2.50. The theater can hold 250 people and they want to make $1,005. How many adult tickets must they sell? So the first thing we need to do is identify our variables. So we're going to put what's called a let statement. So we're going to let A equal the number of adult tickets. And then we're going to let S equal the number of student tickets. The sentence right here tells us the cost of an adult ticket is $4.50. Cost of a student ticket, $2.50. But our first sentence that we can use to start making our equation is right here. It says the theater can hold 250 people. So my first equation here is going to be A plus S is equal to 250. Now it tells us that we need to make $1,005. So I have to figure out how much I'm going to be making off my tickets. So I'm going to do $4.50 or 4.5 times the adult tickets plus $2.50 or 2.5 times the student tickets. And that has to equal $1,005. That's my total I need to earn. So there's my two equations. For your assignment, you're going to have to go and write the equations. Now, solving it will be extra credit on the assignment. So to solve these, I'm going to start with the equation number 1 here. A plus S is equal to 250. I am needing to look for how many adult tickets we need to buy. So they're asking for only the adult tickets. So I'm going to solve this equation for S so that when I substitute, the only variable that will be left are the adults. So I'm going to solve here, but for S, so that means I'm going to subtract A from both sides. And I now have S is equal to 250 minus A. And I'll take my second equation, the 4.5A plus 2.5S is equal to 1,005. And I'm going to substitute 250 minus A in for this S. So replacing, I have 4.5A plus 2. And instead of S, we're going to put 250 minus A. And that has to all equal 1,005. I need to distribute my 2.5 into the parentheses. So I'm going to have 4.5A plus 625 minus 2.5A, and that still has to equal 1,005. I now combine my like terms. 4.5 and negative 2.5 gives me 2A plus 625 is equal to 1,005. Subtract 625 from both sides. Find that 2A is equal to, and here we're going to have to borrow, make that a 9, this is a 10. So it's going to be 0, 8, 380. We divide both sides by 2, and we see that they must sell 190 adult tickets to reach their goal of revenue. For example 2, it says here we're at Penny's Diner, and 2 eggs with bacon cost $3.15. 1 egg with bacon costs $2.20. So at these rates, how much would it cost for bacon alone? So our goal is to find the cost of my bacon. That's what we're looking for. Again, we start off by having a let statement to identify our variables. Let E equal the cost of eggs, and B is going to be our cost of our bacon. So I'm going to go through my first equation right here. It tells me 2 eggs with bacon. So that's going to be 2E plus B cost $3.15, so equals $3.15, $3.15. My next sentence here says 1 egg with bacon, so that's going to be E plus B costs $2.20, so that equals 2.2. My goal is to find the cost of my bacon, so I'm going to take equation number 2, the E plus B is equal to 2.2, and I'm going to solve for my E. So when I go back and substitute, I only have one variable left, that would be my bacon. So here I'm going to subtract B from both sides. I see that E is equal to 2.2 minus B. Now looking at my other equation, I have 2E plus B is equal to 3.15. I'm now going to take this part here I just solved and replace my E with that. So I'm going to have 2 times 2.2 minus B. I still have my plus B is equal to 3.15, $3.15. I now have to distribute my 2 inside the parentheses. So I'm going to have 4.4 minus 2B. The plus B is equal to 315 is still here. And now subtract 4.4 from both sides. When we subtract, we can also go through and combine my like terms here. At this point, I have a negative 2B and a positive 1B, so that gives me a negative B is equal to a negative 1.25. So in order to make this positive, I divide both sides by negative 1. And find that B is equal to 1.25, which is $1.25 for bacon.